Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Math Time with Dhanaprasad. In the journey of AP and TSPOLYCET 2020, we are in 12th chapter, applications of trigonometry, nothing but heights and distances. Chapter is very useful for AP Polycet, TSPOLYCET, AP RGC, TSRGC. Similarly, TET, D.S.C, SA, constable jobs, for all the jobs this chapter is very useful. సో ఈ వీడియో మీకు బాగా నచ్చితే, బాగా అర్థమైతే మన ఛానల్ని లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి. సో నౌ ద టూ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ ఆఫ్ హైట్స్ అండ్ డిస్టెన్సెస్ ఈజ్ యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎలివేషన్ అండ్ యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ డిప్రెషన్. లెట్ us see what is angle of elevation and what is angle of depression. So the two important terms are angle of elevation and angle of depression. So to define these two, first we have to define horizontal line. Horizontal line means a line parallel to earth from observation point to the line of object. So here observation point, this is here, from this point we have to observe. This is what object means. Object is like a tree, like a tower, like a ship, like a building, whatever it may be. So therefore horizontal line means a line parallel to earth from observation point to the object, right? So now angle of elevation means we have to look upward, angle of depression means we have to look downward. So here, so angle of elevation is defined as the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight. When we look at the top of a tree, this is line of sight. So we have to see like this. Therefore this theta is called angle of elevation. So angle of elevation theta lies inside the triangle always. So therefore AB is an object. Object means it can be a tree, it can be a building, it can be a school building, it can be a lamp post, it can be a ship, whatever it may be. So therefore angle of elevation means angle of elevation is the angle between the line of object and the line of sight. Means horizontal line and the line of sight is called angle of elevation. So usually whenever we look upward, we get angle of elevation. So similarly angle of depression means whenever we look down, we get angle of depression. For example, object is here, object like a boat, like a car, whatever it may be. When we are looking from top, from here, take one horizontal line. When we look at this, this is angle of depression. This theta is called angle of depression. So when we draw a horizontal line, and from here if we draw a line, we get, as we know that the alternate interior angles are equal, this theta is equal to this theta. Means angle of elevation is equal to angle of elevation is equal to angle of depression whenever the two lines are parallel. Then if you compare this with a transversal line, we know that alternate interior angles, this angle and this angle are what? Equal. So therefore angle of elevation theta lies inside the triangle, angle of depression lies outside the triangle. So here usually by using this angle of elevation or angle of depression concept, we usually calculate the height of a building, the height of a tower, the height of a tree, and the distance between the foot of the, this is a tree, this is foot of the tree. So the distance between the foot of the tree to the observation point, the distance between, if it is a ship, the distance between the foot of the ship and the boat, if it is boat. So this concept is very useful for calculating, for solving problems of heights and distances. So this is about height and also what? Distance. So here in this height and distances we have nearly 5 types. First type is very easy. So many problems are asking on first type. Therefore in part 1, so heights and distances shortcuts, part 1 I will discuss about the first shortcut. I will do 2019-18, 17-16 previous question and answers on shortcut number 1. That is what? In part 1. In part 2 we will discuss about remaining methods, remaining shortcuts, and 2019-18, 17-16 previous question and answers. Let us see type 1. Now let us see type 1 questions. And type 1, the angle of elevation of the top of the aeroplane or tower or building or a tree or a pole is theta when it is observed from a point which is at a distance of x units from the foot of the pole or foot of the tree or foot of the building or foot of the tower, or from the height at which the aeroplane is there in the air. So at that point where the distance is x. So here whenever we have the angle of elevation and the pole or the tree or the building or tower or flag post or aeroplane is given, we have to take one simple diagram. So here AB is the height of a tower or building or tree or pole, or from the ground to the aeroplane, the distance, the nothing but what? Height. So here C is a point from which we are observing the angle of elevation of the top of the building. So here AB is a building or tower or tree or pole, or from ground to the aeroplane, the height from ground to the aeroplane. So therefore this is angle of elevation. This is distance from x, distance from the foot of the tower. Foot అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకి దీని బాటమ్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఈ పాయింట్ వరకు ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ ఇస్ వాట్? x meters. This is h. So here h and x theta has a relation. For theta h is opposite side, for theta this is what? Adjacent side. The relation is tan theta is equal to h by x. So here 1 2 3 three functions are there, three variables are there. So here whenever h and theta is given, height is given and angle of elevation is given, we can calculate the distance from the bottom of the tree to the point of observation. Or whenever the distance between the bottom of the tower and the observation point x is given, we can find what? Height. So by using this simple formula, we can easily calculate the height of a building, or the height of the tower, or the height of the pole, or the distance from ground to the aeroplane or helicopter. So if h is given, we can calculate the distance, or if the distance is given, we can find what? Height of the buildings or height of the towers. Very, very important formula this is. Now let us see 2019, 18, 17, 16 previous question and answers on this type 1. Question number 1. All these problems are under type 1. The angle of elevation of a tree is 60 degrees. Then the ratio of the height of the tree with its shadow. So here this is observation point from which we are observing the angle of elevation of a tree. So here AB is the tree having height h, and this is BC. C is the point from which we are observing the angle of elevation of the tree height AB. So here the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. So here we have to find the height of the tree with its ratio of the height of the tree with its shadow. Here if it is AB is the height, x is what? Its shadow. So here we have the formula. I have only one value, theta is equal to 60. That formula is what? Tan theta is equal to h by x. What is theta? 60. Tan 60 is equal to h by x. Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to h by x. I want the ratio. Of the height of the tree with its shadow. So here when the sun is here, the shadow AB is the height of the tree and BC is what? Its shadow. Therefore I want the ratio of h and what? X. So therefore here h by x, h is to x is equal to, here 1 is there, root 3 is to 1. So therefore option 3, root 3 is to 1 is the right answer. So here is the sun. Therefore when we are looking at sun, the shadow follows us, means shadow goes back side of us. Therefore AB is the height of the tree and BC is its shadow. We do not know whether both are equal or not. Therefore we have taken it as h, we have taken it as x. The ratio of height with what? Shadow. Nothing but h is to x is equal to root 3 by nothing is there, put 1. Root 3 is to 1. This is what? The ratio of the height of a tree and its shadow. This is the answer. Second one, a ladder 20 meters, a ladder of length 20 meters leaning to the wall at a height of 10 meters. See here, this is the wall height is 10 meters, wall height AB is 10 meters. So here The ladder length is 20 meters. This is the ladder. C is the point from which we are observing the angle of elevation. So here the angle made by the horizontal line is, here he asked to find the value. The ladder of length 20 meters is leaning to the wall at a height of 10 meters. Now I want theta. So here what are given? Of theta to what are given here? Opposite one and what? Hypotenuse. Therefore, instead of tan theta, what we have to take is, what is the relation between opposite side and hypotenuse? Sin theta. Therefore, sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, means 10 by 20, nothing but 1 by 2. What is the value of theta for which sin theta is equal to 1 by 2? Sin 30. So here half can be written as what? Sin 30. Therefore, theta is equal to what? 30 degrees. 30 degrees is the right answer. So while reading the question, we have to write a rough diagram so that we can easily understand what is height of the wall, what is the length of the ladder, how much distance it is, and what we have to calculate, etc. Question number 3. From a man of height 6 feet, the angle of elevation of the top of a tree is 45 degrees. So here take a man of 6 feet height. So here, from here he is looking at the top of the tree. The top of the tree is what? With base horizontal line, it makes 45 degrees. So the height of the man is what? 6 feet. Now, if the distance between the man and the tree is 20 feet, so the distance between the man and the tree is 20 feet. Here it is 20. This also what? 20 feet. What we want is the height of the tree. Means I want AB. I want the height of the tree. This is CD is height of the man. This is 6 feet. So here AB is height of the tree. So AB can be split into two parts. Up to this point, CD is equal to some BE. Therefore, this is what? 6 feet. What I have to find is H. So therefore, if I calculate H plus 6 becomes what? The height of the tree. Therefore, I will apply here. Theta is there. Here adjacent side is there. I want opposite side. Same formula. Tan theta. Tan 45. Tan theta is equal to what I said? H by height by distance. Theta is here 45. Tan 45 is 1 is equal to H by what is X? X is equal to 20. So tan 45 is equal to how much? 1. 1 is equal to H by 20. H is equal to 20. H is equal to 20 means this part is 20. I want the total height of the tree. So this part plus this part. So the total height AB is equal to H plus what? 6. Nothing but 20 plus 6 is equal to 26 feet. 26. Therefore, the total height of the tree is 26. Option 4, right answer. So, therefore, whenever the man height is included, the distance between the bottom of the tree to the foot of the man. Question number 4. The length of a shadow of 12 meters high pole. So, here AB is a pole of height 12 meters. The shadow of a pole of height 12 meters is 4 root 3. The shadow is 4 root 3, right? In the morning. What is the angle of elevation? He wants the angle of elevation theta of the sun rays with the ground at that time. Therefore, here whenever we look at the sun, our shadow follows us, our shadow falls backside to the ground, on the ground. Therefore, here height is given, the distance between the pole and the observation point or the length of the shadow is given. We have to find angle of elevation. Whenever a pole or a building or a tower and its shadow are given, we should always use the type 1, which is what? Tan theta is equal to H by X. Tan theta is equal to H by X. Here we have to find theta. Tan theta is equal to H means height of the pole or height of the tower, height of the building, whatever it may be. Here it is given 12 meters. 12 by X. X means the distance between the observation point and the foot of the tower or the pole. Here The distance x is the length of the shadow. This is pole, this is what? Shadow length, which is what? 4 root 3. 4 root 3. 4 goes how many times? 3 times. Now root 3 goes how many times? Root 3 times. Because 3 is root 3 into root 3. Therefore, root 3 goes root 3 times in 3. Our answer is what? Tan theta is equal to root 3. What is the value of theta for which tan theta is root 3? Tan 60. Therefore, theta is equal to 60 degrees. Option 4, right answer. So, whenever a pole or a person or a tower and its shadow is given, we have to use type 1, which is what? Tan theta is equal to h by x. It will give the angle of elevation whenever height and what? Distance. Whenever the pole height and its shadow are given, we can find, by using this formula, we can find the angle of elevation. Right. So, question number 5. From a tower of 120 meters height, immediately put a tower which is what? AB. This is what? 120 meters height. From a tower of 120 meters height, the angle of depression means we are looking at what? Ground. We are looking down. So the angle of depression of a car is what? 30 degrees. So here is a car. The angle of depression is 30 degrees. I said whenever, while defining depression, I said the angle of depression always lies outside the triangle. Now, due to alternate interior angles are equal, this 30 degrees becomes what? Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is always equal to angle of depression whenever these two are what? Parallel. This is what? Transversal line. So therefore, now I have 120 meters height tower. I want to find how far the car is from the tower. So I have to find the distance between the foot of the tower to the car, which is what? X. Single formula to solve all types of this type of what? Problems. Now tan theta is equal to h by x. What is x? Tan 30. Tan 30 is equal to what? 1 by root 3. H means height of the tower from where you are looking at the car. H is equal to 120. X, I have to calculate the distance. When I cross multiply this, 1 into x, x is equal to 120 root 3. X is equal to 120 root 3 is our answer, which is 4th option. So therefore, in type 1, we can find the distance between the foot of the tower to a observation point from this problem, and the distance between the foot of the tower to the object, whether it is a ship, whether it is a car, whatever it may be. So by using the same formula, I can find what? The angle of elevation whenever height and the distance between the 2 points is given. Question number 5 is over. Now question number 6. If a 6 meters height pole casts a shadow of 2 root 3 meters. So here whenever the shadow problem is given, first we have to draw the pic. So here 6 meters height pole. This is AB. AB is a pole of height 6 meter. It gives a shadow of 2 root 3 meters. Shadow of 2 into root 3 meters along on the ground. Then the sun's angle of elevation. So same formula, simple formula. Here we have to calculate the angle of elevation. So this is the height of the pole, this is the length of the shadow, its shadow is this much. Now what is the angle of elevation? Means from this point to the height, the top of the pole, what is the angle of elevation? Same formula, tan theta is equal to what? Opposite side by adjacent side, means height by distance, h by x. H by x, tan theta, here I want theta, tan theta is equal to h is what? 6 by what is x? 2 root 3. 2 root 3, yes. 2 goes 3 times. 2 goes 3 times and root 3 goes root 3 times. Tan theta is equal to root 3. Root 3 can be written as what? Tan 60. Therefore 60 is right answer. Option 1, 60 is what? Right answer. So while reading the question, you should be able to draw a rough figure, rough drawing. So this is very, very important while doing heights and distances problems in applications of trigonometry. While reading, if a pole 6 meters height gives the shadow of 2 root 3 meters. So take a pole, take its shadow, then what the question is asking is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is what? Always in the triangle, when we look top of a building, top of the tower, top of the pole only, we will get what? Angle of elevation. Otherwise you will get what? Angle of depression. Question number 7. From a point 30 meters from the foot of the tower. So here you have a tower AB. From a point 30 meters from the point foot of the tower to the observation point, which is what? 30 meters, right? The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30. So here the angle of elevation 30 degrees is given. It is asked to find the height of the tower. Height of the tower is what? Always h. The distance is x, which is given by 30 meters. You have to understand the question properly. Draw the rough sketch and give immediately what is required. He wants height AB. What is the relation between opposite side and adjacent side? Tan theta. Tan theta is equal to required height by the distance between these two. That is what? 30. Tan theta is what? 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is equal to h by 30. So here when I cross multiply this, 30 comes here, 30 by root 3. H is equal to 30 by root 3. So this 30 can be written as 3 into 10 by what? Root 3. Root 3 goes how many times? Root 3 times. Because 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. 1 root 3 cancel, 1 root 3 remains. 10 root 3. Option 2 is what? Right answer. Very, very simple problems. Easily you will get good marks and good ranking in any exam. Question number 8. A ladder of 19 meters leaning to a wall. So there is a wall. A ladder of 19 meters length. A ladder of 19 meters length is leaning to a wall, making an angle of 60 degrees. This angle is 60 degrees to the ground. The distance from the foot of the wall to the foot of the ladder is, means AB is the wall, AC is the length of the ladder, which is 19 meters. The distance between the foot of the wall to the foot of the ladder we have to find. So here what is given? Only one value, which is what? The length of the ladder, and the angle of elevation is given. It is asked to find the distance between the distance between the two foots, means the wall foot B, the wall foot B and the ladder foot C. The distance I want this x. So from the given data we have to use the given data to find the unknown value, the distance. Therefore, what is the relation between hypotenuse and adjacent side? This is adjacent side. This is what? Opposite side. I have adjacent side and hypotenuse. This is what? Cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Let us take cos theta is equal to adjacent side BC by what? AC. What is theta? Theta is equal to 60. Cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to how much? 1 by 2. BC. What is BC? X. The value to be calculated. What is AC? Hypotenuse? 19. When I cross multiply this, 19 comes here. 19 by 2. 19 by 2 means 9.5 is equal to what? X. Option 4, 9.5 is the right answer. See here, what is given? God ఉంది, గోడకు ఒక నిచ్చెన ఇలాగా వాల్గా పెట్టాము. దాని లెంగ్త్ 19 మీటర్స్. ద యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఎలివేషన్ ఊర్ధ్వకోణం 60 డిగ్రీస్ అయితే ఆ వాల్ నుంచి ల్యాడర్ కొన్ని డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత అనేది మన క్వశ్చన్. మనకున్న డేటా యూజ్ చేస్తుంటే cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Therefore, the distance between the foot of the wall to the foot of the ladder is 9.5 meters. Question number 9. From a top of a ship, 150 meters height. So this is a ship of height 150 meters. The angle of depression of a boat is 45 degrees. So from here, one is looking at the boat. Boat is here. AB is the height of the ship. Here we have a boat. See, angle of depression. Angle of depression means here you can see this angle. Angle of depression is always lies outside the triangle. So this is what? 45 degrees. When it is 45 degrees, by internal angles are equal property. Here it is what? 45 degrees. Therefore, what I want is the distance between the ship to the boat. I have angle, I have height of the ship, I want the distance. So therefore same formula, tan theta is equal to what? H by x. What is theta? Theta is equal to 45. Tan 45 is what? 1. 1 is equal to 150 by x. By cross multiplication x comes here. X is equal to 150 meters. Option 1 right answer. Means the height of the ship is equal to the distance between the ship to the boat, which is also what? 150 meters. So here in Polycet or APRGC, TSRGC, very simple questions are coming in Polysets. You can easily answer any type of question is given. Therefore we are in type 1 questions. In type 1 questions always we have to see what is angle of elevation, what is angle of depression, what is given, what is the relation. Right. Question number 10. Rajendra observes a person standing on the ground from an helicopter at an angle of depression 45 degrees. So here Rajendra is here. Rajendra is here in a helicopter. He is observing that the angle of depression 45 degrees. A person standing here, it is a ground. A person is standing here. The angle of depression is 45 degrees. By internal angles, interior angles are alternate interior angles are equal property. This is what? 45 degrees. So here the helicopter is flying above the ground from 50 meters height. This is 50 meters. This is A, this is B, this is C. So Rajendra is in the helicopter. He is observing that a person is on the ground. And the helicopter is flying from the ground to the helicopter. The height is what? 50 meters. Now what he wants is the distance between the Rajendra who is in helicopter and the person who is on what? Ground. So therefore I want the distance between Rajendra, means helicopter, to the person who is standing on the ground or who is observing the helicopter. The angle of elevation is what? 45 degrees. He is observing with the angle of 45 degrees depression. He can also observe the same person or the helicopter what? With 45 degrees of angular elevation. Angle of elevation. Now I want D. I have opposite side for theta. I have, which is what? Opposite side. This is what? Hypotenuse. I want hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse is what? Sin theta. Sin theta is equal to what? 50 by D. Theta is equal to 45. Sin 45 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 is equal to 50 by D. When I cross multiply this, D is equal to 50 root 2. Which is what? Option 2 right answer. So therefore whatever the problem is given, whether it is a helicopter flying in the air or the height of the tower, height of the pole, height of the building, whatever it may be, by using angle of depression or angle of elevation, we can easily calculate whatever the question given in the Polycet and other competitive exams.